And we are back with another video from the Ghost Ship Gathering of 2026 held in March. EC rules. And this is round 6. Is that right? Round 6. We have TC versus Simon. At this point, TC's 5-0. Simon's 4-1. We've seen TC before, but here's his deck again. ErnhamGeddon. 2 Geddons main, 2 Sylvan libraries, and then a plethora of creatures. This is our first time seeing Simon's deck. Simon, the misprint master, miscut master, has the deck that he's really good with. You know, line dip bolt, man. These line dip bolt, these 12 bolts, these togs, like these decks are so fast and so efficient. I'm excited to see this match. Look at those miscuts. Amazing. Misprints, miscuts. 4 blast main, 4 bolts and chains, the 2 draw 7s, 4 dibs, 2 original printing, 2 miscut, library, or excuse me, ancestral, time walk, all those broken cards, 4 lions, 4 vice, and then brokenness. In the board, a library. I wonder when he brings the library in against the deck, maybe? You just lay your hand on the table. 1 maze. That's probably for this type of matchup. Fallen Star, a couple of red elemental blasts, couple of blue elemental blasts, 2 Hurkyl's recalls for the artifact matchup. 1 Armageddon. Spirit Link Healing Salve. He's been big on the Healing Salve. Him and I talked about that at length at the tournament, about how maybe with my version of the deck, I should consider Healing Salve over Ivory Tower. Disenchant some Divine Offerings and gain life. I am very excited to witness this matchup. Here we go. Okay, here we go. TC on the left, as always, with his Ghost Ship playmat. Simon on the right. This is going to be a hell of a matchup right here. I remember catching some of this matchup in person, because my matchup had ended. This one went long, if I remember right. It says 20 minutes, and I think I sped this up to like 1.5 speed. So TC's still shuffling. He's a long shuffler. And Simon has presented his deck. All right, here we go. Good luck to both. You can see TC's hand pretty good. Looks like quite a few lands. The X actually looks like a pretty good hand. They both kept. I can't see Simon's quite. Looks like a couple bolts or chains maybe. Some duels, not sure what else. Pixie bolted. Ooh, I see a Lotus. Is there something broken he can do? So he's got a recall on Lotus. So recall yourself. Draw 3, and then Lotus into something broken. Lotus land, draw 7. Oh, he does have a Twister, right? Is that Twister or a walk? I think he's trying to decide if he wants to do anything crazy. My God. Look at that Savannah Lion. That's amazing. You can't see the casting cost of it. Does it count if you can't see the casting cost? TC just throwing his hand out there now. Hmm. Oh, interesting. Let's draw. Just Delta 2 and passed. Now TC's in the tank. I think he's gonna try it at Armageddon, right? Maybe, I don't know. I don't know why he'd Armageddon. On the Lotus is interesting, but he got it. Really? So TC forgot to do the. Oh no, he just did the 4 damage from Side Blast. And then he lost his lands, then he played his land and passed. So he's got a threat on the board. Simon has a threat on the board in TC Armageddon. That's how little I know about this deck. That feels like I would never want to do that, but oh, now he just has to get rid of the lion. Takes two, and then he can flip on the line here in a minute. Simon not seeing any mana. That was a great Armageddon. I think you use the two from Soul Ring to activate and your Chaos Orb and activate your factory. That's what I would do. Why do you do that? I guess he's not scared of taking two. He's not really worried about two Simons not drawing land, as Simon just drew a land. What colors? He's gonna activate. He'll bolt in response. So TC really holding on to that strip mine. Hits another Chaos Orb flip. He's been practicing. And he doesn't swing two. So he didn't want to swing back with his. Okay. I, yeah, I think you still do it. Takes his two. I'm really surprised he stripped, or he flipped on the land and not stripped the land. He could have flipped on the lion if he was that nervous about it. And he swords it. Okay. Well, he's got the. Wow, now they're back to no land. But TC's got a Sylvan Library that's letting him dig. Ooh, there's a Sapphire. Man, this is back and forth right now. Ooh, a Time Walk. Now they're going over life totals. Seems there's a disagreement. Hmm. So we know he took 4 from Sonic Blast. He took 3 from a Bolt. He took a billion from the Savannah Lion. I don't think he drew any extra cards. They're still talking through it. So it counters. I don't know what it's at right now. But he countered. Why'd he scoop? Interesting. So he scooped because he didn't have an answer for the blast, I guess. So TC was stabilizing the Armageddon, and it still wasn't good enough to beat Simon. I wish I could hear what the disagreement was on the life totals, and if I wish I was patient enough to watch and take count of life totals as the game went. But either way, so let's look at the matchup. So I think TC is going to bring in Sarah Angel, Spirit Link. He could bring in a couple, the 3 blue elemental blast, probably a couple. Is he bringing Psionic Blast? I don't know. Simon, I have no idea how to play your deck. I'm going to assume you would bring in Spirit Link, Healing Salve, Fallen Star, Maze of Ith. Maybe bring in Library to build up, but I don't know that one. What do you take out? Who the fuck knows? Maybe you take out the Erhnams because they're not as good against TC's creatures. Maybe you take out the Savannah Lions, but then are you going to be able to deal enough damage? Excuse me. I do feel like, oh, you probably want to bring in the Disenchant. I do feel like you want the Vices, right? It feels like you want the Vices. Ah, yeah, I think you do because he doesn't really unload his hand. Sometimes he does, though. I don't have any idea how to play either one of these decks, nor the matchup. Either way, we're on to game 2. Game 1, DC tried to stabilize. He failed. He was close, though. It felt like he was close to stabilizing, but at that point, Simon had seen probably what, 4 of his bolts in Chain Lightnings, 1 of his Psionic Blasts, and he was about to start drawing more of them. His he didn't see any Black Vices though, and they would have been dead to rights for him. So that was kind of interesting. He did not see any of his Black Vices. And he got mad screwed after the Armageddon and still was able to pull it off. Such a crazy deck. Such a great player, too. I can't beat Simon, by the way. I bet we've played over 20 matches. Never beat that man. I don't even know if I beat him in a single game. No matter what deck he plays against me, I can't beat him with my version of the deck. Maybe my newest version with all these Maze of This will help. All right, turn 1 Sylvan Library is pretty good. Turn 1 Line's really good too. So it makes sense. Keep the line in to deal enough damage before it gets crazy. Or before he can stabilize. Gib helps him stabilize though. Next turn he can go Armageddon for Plunk. Do you Armageddon like turn 3 if you can, or do you wait? I'm surprised he didn't attack with the line first to see if he'd block, and then chain after he blocks. You probably could have squeezed in 2 damage. Ooh. Oh boy. The maze is good. Now you have to Wrath. Or Armageddon, I mean. Black Lotus and Sister Recall take the 4 damage. Oh, he took the land. He didn't play the land. Oh, yeah. He could have, but Simon said, no, this is the last round. He's so fucked up. I forgot to have heard him. But he talked about it, so it's fine. All right. Now's the time. Take the damage. Play the Lotus. Oh, we take 8 damage. Or he's just being patient. Never mind. He's being more patient than I am, which is wild. It's very kudos to UTC. Okay, game 3. Yeah, that was broken. That's why you play that deck, right, buddy? The deck can be broken. All right, so it doesn't look like TC's making any changes to sideboard. It looks like Simon might be. What do you think Simon's bringing in? Spirit Link? Red Elemental Blast because the Dib kind of screwed him up? I don't know. He for sure brought in the Maze. We saw that game. Maybe he's taking out maybe he took out the Black Vice. The Black Vices. I don't know. I have no idea what you could have took out. I think you keep the balance in because he's playing way more creatures than you. Hmm. I'm trying to watch what he's doing. Maybe he dropped a land or something. Show us, show us, Simon. Stop fucking hiding what you're doing. All right. We have no idea the change you made, but we are on to game three. Reminder, TC on the left with Armageddon, Simon on the right. Now he's doing pile shuffling. He really wants to make sure the deck is shuffled correctly. Game three. TC undefeated, Simon with one loss. Reminder, I still have videos for the other camera. We have a camera on table one, which is this camera, and then this was my camera, and then Tracy set up a camera at one of the other tables where we just randomly called players over. Round one did not record, unfortunately, at that table. That was me versus TC. I lost to him 2-1. He made a massive error game one, which caused me to win. I made a massive error game game three, which caused me to lose, but his deck, he played great that day. He outplayed me. All right, so reminder, I will still have 5 videos from that camera. Simon's already mulliganing. So I have 6 from this camera. This is the 6th video, and then after this, hopefully I can start doing the 5 videos from that camera. I've not got those videos yet from Tracy. He is in New Mexico or West Texas working. So once I get those, I will start commentating those. And then that's probably it for content for me, unless we do a gathering or a ghost ship meetup or something until Hurricane. Maybe I could set up a camera at Hurricane too, Simon. That'd be kind of cool, right? So we got 2 cameras going. All right, so TC has. Wow, Simon's going to 5. Or maybe, Simon's going to 5 and TC went to 6. Simon's on the play. Is he just mulliganing to Lotus draw 7? I can't believe you went to 5. Is that true? Did you go to 5, bro? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. London Mulligan rules. Let's see what he has. Well, you don't need those chains. Well, you probably need one for a early bird. He put 2 down. Yep. He went to 5 on the play. Here we go. What are you going to do? All right. TC takes 2 because he's at 6. That's hard to handle. That's. Mm. Now TC can start digging for mana. Man. So that's something's pretty helpful right now. I talked about how it's only good in the first turn, unless you can shuffle. Right now, it's helping him dig that one extra card to get a land. I didn't even catch if he took that. If TC took damage from Black Vice the last turn. How important is that 1 damage? Not enough. Oh, I guess he did let him do it on his upkeep. Or he did on his upkeep, so TC did take 1 damage from Dib. See, now they're talking through the damage again. So yeah, you should have took 1 from the Dib. Oh, he took 4. So TC found a card he wanted. Takes another damage. Now he's got a big fat creature. And Simon needs a. What's that? A wheel? It is a wheel. That draw 7 is huge for this deck. Oh yeah, now he takes 3 from the Black Vice. Ooh, grab that. Now, yep, gets the Sapphire. Looks like TC has a Disenchant in hand. Just drew a Sapphire, a Blue Elemental Blast. Ooh, he's got Pixies back in there. Interesting. That's could shut down that factory. You play a Pixie right now. Yep, what are we looking at doing here? He's stacking the mana, interesting. In an interesting way. I was gonna play a fatty. Man, those 4/5s are so fucking good against this type of deck. Psionic Blast, okay. You have to use 2 burn spells. Bolt to TC's face. Gotta keep sending that burn at him. So I've been in the tank here for a second. He's got 2 plateaus, a vault, and a factory. Is that a time walk? It's a time walk. Question is, do you play the City of Brass in your hand knowing that he could have an Armageddon? An Armageddon. What a matchup, guys. This is so close. TC's got to be low on life, too, from this Black Vice. If he's got a... Is that a Time Twister? Is that a Time Twister? Nope, it's a Dib, I think. We got Glare. Is it a Mind Twist for 2? Do you even Mind Twist him? You should have done that at the end of Simon's turn, dude. TC just took a... Interesting. And that's game. Yep, TC lost. Wow, Simon pulled it off. That's crazy. How the fuck was that 20 damage? That Vice did so much work. I cannot believe that was 20 damage. That didn't even feel like 20 damage. What a matchup. So Simon wins the match. While the video is playing, I'm going to pull up. I have the rankings screenshot somewhere in this computer. The final standings. This is not the picture I was looking for, but this does show TC ended up winning. So TC, Simon, and Kyle all had 15 points, but TC had the slightly better tie break. So he took first, Simon second, Kyle third. And then you had myself, Billy, and Justin with 12 points. I had a slightly better percentage than Billy, so I took fourth. Billy fifth, Justin sixth, and then we had the rest of the team. I gotta find the image because I just have this text document, but I will be displaying the image right now on the screen. That's what you guys are seeing. I'm gonna do the work and look for it. Fucking A, can't find it. Either way, I'll find it. But congratulations to PC on the win. He got an awesome trophy, which hopefully I'm showing here. Imagine I'm showing the trophy. That's what I'm doing right now. Showing TC's trophy. What a play by Simon to win that game 3. That was a great matchup. Simon swept me like usual when we played in one of the rounds, and then TC beat me 2-1. It was a great event. We only planned this out. Not we only. Tracy and I planned this out for quite a while. Tracy and his family did a lot of work at the place. I, of course, was the organizer. Um, I did the organizing of the actual event while it's live, and then he did most of the front end work, and together we made a great team. And so I want to thank Tracy again for hosting this event and his family for doing such a great job with all the awesome ideas for the side games, and it was just a blast, guys. 19 people showed up. That was our first tournament ever. That's a pretty good turnout. We'll be doing another one next year as well. But now I get to prep for Summer Derby and then Hurricane. And then hopefully YetiCon. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Have a good one. Thank you.